Michael Plusek here, and welcome to this video. This is an updated video, and it's kind of I did this video because I seen that from a lot of the people I talk with, we want to build our businesses, but we also want to make sure that we understand where our money is going, and that we are growing our business and our money in the right direction, and we know exactly what is happening. So some of the things in this video might be things that you've seen or heard before during the program, this training. And if you did, just be happy that you hear it again now. It's very important for you. And you know that when you repeat things you're learning, it's going to integrate even more for you. This video, it's I know that there are different entrepreneurs and different levels of business joining this program. So it might be that some of you get a lot out of this video. It might be that you see the video and you're like, wow, this is exactly what I need. Or it might be that you got a lot of experience. You might even have a bookkeeper, a team around you who takes care of some of these things or all of them. But still, if you can just get one or two things out of this that can help you, it might be something that in the future will get a great, big, even huge impact on your financial situation and also your business. So it's just to tell you that just look for, even if you're very experienced, look for the things that you can use here. And then the video is two-parted. So one thing is mindset about money. And it could have been in the mindset week, but now I decided to do this financial video training. So I put the mindset part in here. And the second part of this video is the part of actually controlling your financial situation. So the things we're going to cover in this training is money mindset. Going to talk about what is it exactly a mindset is when we talk about money, and why is it your results are like they are. Going to talk about clarity when it comes to money. I believe I spoke about this before, but clarity equals power. Same thing with money. When you understand where your money is, where they're going, it's going to be a lot more powerful situation that you're in than most people. I would actually say 99% of population, yes, but even of entrepreneurs. Then I'm going to talk about something actually very important, but what does it take? How do you get rich? I'm going to talk about KISS. And what does KISS mean when we talk about money here? And I'm also going to share some exact things that will help you to be KISS in your business, in your life, talking about money. And then I'm going to share a money management system, a tracking system with you. And these things will be possible for you to download, so you got the tools and can just implement your own situation here. So let's dive into this. First of all, money mindset. We spoke about this. I spoke about this in the mindset week training. It's very important to understand that deep inside ourselves, if we got a belief about something, then our brain will go all the way to make that belief come or be true. And the same thing when we talk about money. So if you got to believe deep inside that something is true, then your mind, your brain will do all what's possible to make that belief reality. It's very important. So take notes of this, and it's going to bring us on to the next point here. Why most people are poor. Actually, You could say it's because of not working enough, not knowing about sales and all of these things, and that's part of the truth. But the root of the problem is that they got negative beliefs around money. They got fear about money. And when I say that, it's really important to understand this. We talked about the tree before. Let's dive into the tree here. I call it your money tree. So you got your results up here, your money results. And I know I talked about these things before. So if you want apples, we need to put apples down into the soil. If you want oranges, we need to put oranges into the soil. I believe you remember this. Now this training is all about money. So again here, if you want one kind of money, if you want abundance of money, if you want to be able to travel 5 times a year, 10 times a year, whatever it is, well, we still gotta go down here into the roots, into your beliefs, and find out what is it exactly that's happening down here. And this is a pinup. It's downloadable, so you can take it, you can print it out and put it up so you remember these things. And like I write here, that any negative thought or feeling around money will have a negative effect on your money results. Which means, I know we talk about this in the mindset week, but most people, when they have some negative beliefs, feelings, thoughts, they either run away from it or they give it much more energy. So one thought takes another thought and it's just going to get bigger and darker. We don't want that to happen for you. So when you experience, okay, I got some negative beliefs, feelings, thoughts about money, then you know there's something in your roots here. And you know that's probably the reason why your results are like they are. The good thing is, now you know it. Now you can actually change it. So like spoken about before, if you want to change your results here, well, we got to go down here and figure out what is happening down here. And again, you can print this out, and I really suggest for you to do that. So coming back here, why most people are poor? They are poor because they got fear about money. We just saw the tree example and pinup. Some of the beliefs could be things like, and these are things they tell themselves deep inside in their beliefs, in their core, they tell themselves these things. Could be like, I don't deserve money. There's never enough money. Or I'm scared of money. I don't know how to handle money. Or I don't care about money. And these things, if that's a belief, like I said, your brain will do all possible to make that a reality. So if a person in his or her core has a belief that says like this, I don't deserve money, well, the brain will do everything possible to make sure that belief is carried out in reality, which means that, well, if you don't deserve money, my friend, you will not get any money. We'll do all possible to not get your money. Same thing here. There's never enough money. Okay. If that's a belief deep inside, in the core of a person, brain will do all possible to make sure this belief comes true. There's never enough money? All right, we'll make sure there's never enough money. What could happen is, well, brain makes sure that the person spends enough money, so there will never be enough money. Or brain could make sure that the person is not doing his or her sale, is not growing the company, things like that. And I know what I'm talking about here. Like I say, this is, I took an example here, my beliefs around money. Because, like I shared before with you, actually the first around 40 years of my life, it was a struggle. Struggle, talking about money, struggle, the results was a struggle. I burned myself out trying to get rich, try to make it. And I just, as I say, burned myself out. It was first when I began to look down here, began to look what is actually happening down here. And I found out that I had some core beliefs around money that was very, very bad when I wanted more money. And these core beliefs, they were installed by my parents, some of them even by some very close friends in a young age. As a kid, my mother always told me that, well, rich people are not happy people. I believe I shared this story before, but this means as a little kid, I was very like, okay, rich people are not happy people. I wanted to be happy, which meant that, okay, then I cannot be rich. I'm sure my mother never meant to put it like that in me and to actually have that control my life. But that's a fact, that's what happened. So, like I said, that took me 40 years because I just ran around in a hamster wheel. I did good, yes, but I was not happy and rich at the same time. I actually remember, maybe I shared this before too, I think maybe nearly a year, and I stopped craving for bigger results. I just went meditating. I didn't care about all this stuff, and I was just like, well, let's see if this will make the whole thing good. What happened was that I became very happy because of all the meditation and not worrying anymore. And I lost control of all the money. Because my belief was rich people are not happy. So I was happy and I couldn't be rich. Make sense? And I share this with you because we're going through some exercises here. And like you see, the first exercise here is, what are your beliefs around money? What are your beliefs around money? And I created, I believe, let's see here. Here, I created an exercise. Here we go. And this is also downloadable for you. Your money belief exercise. And trust me, this is a very powerful exercise. Do this. Find out the roots of your results so you can change them after. And we're going through the whole process here. And again, your beliefs, they has been programmed or installed in your mind in early days of your life. The people who had the biggest impact on you. And those people are probably also the ones that has the biggest impact on your early programming. That could be parents, it was for me. Could be teachers or friends or grandparents or like that. Things they told you, feelings that you experienced, or actually things that you saw. So let me just give a couple of examples here. I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. When I went through these exercises first time, I went, as I will describe for you here, I went down into a meditation, so I was very calm, quiet, and I began to look into my childhood and figure out what actually did happen. And as I mentioned, one thing that I heard a lot of times was, rich people are not happy. Okay, I heard that. What I experienced, some actual experiences that I've actually found out that I experienced as a kid, was my father having a great job, doing pretty good, also money-wise, driving a good car and all of that. But he was a lot careless with money. So he spent money all the time. spent money on a new car, on clothes, on actually playing different things, investing different things. And the result of that for him, because he didn't know what he was doing, was that on the outside they had a lot of money. It looks like everything was good. We was in a big house, but fact was that there wasn't enough money. So that was a result that I experienced, and it got programmed into me to actually go out and invest, to go out and look good. And on the other side, there's no money. And that's a program. When I look back, I can see that's exactly what happened for me in a lot of years. And then the things about what feelings you might have had. And for me personally, when I went through this exercise, it came to me that at a very young age, I had one of my friends from school, from the same class. We got some money to go out and buy candy or something like that, and he actually cheated me. My part of the story, could be his is different, but he told me something. We put the money into a basket, and then he made up a story, and well, then we were to go and buy the candy, and he got more money than me. He cheated me, as I experienced it. And I had I got anger. I had a feeling of myself wasn't feeling very good. I was sad. I actually think I went to my room and cried because I felt like being cheated. And it was really bad feeling. And again, it became a belief for me for many years that I didn't want that feeling again. What happened to me was I got a belief around money that people would cheat, because that I experienced that in my early programming. So I found out these beliefs. I found out what was installed, what was my programming. Talked about this before in the training, and why. Now I could understand why was it that my results were like they were. So let me walk you through this. I'm going to walk you through it, and then you can do this by yourself right away as I've been walking you through it. So first of all, the first step here is this is going to take you 2 to 5 minutes. Take some deep breathing, and just relax. And like I said here, you could put on some meditation sounds, some nature sounds, some classic music sounds. It's gotta be very slow, so you gotta get your heart rate down and you're relaxing. Maybe even if you're experienced with this, walk yourself through a relaxing meditation so your whole body is relaxing. If not, find something on YouTube, or maybe you got something in your phone that you could use, or just some very calm music. Get yourself very relaxed. When you are relaxed, step 2, go back in time. Go back to your childhood and see yourself. It's best if you can see yourself in the house that you grew up in, or in places that's very colorful and very strong to your inner picture or mind. So it's like you're there. See the place, listen to sounds, smell whatever smell you remember from those days. Just get back and see if you can get back to maybe you were 10 years old, maybe you were 6 years, maybe 5 years. Get back as long as you can remember. And see yourself there. Maybe you can even put yourself into that little guy's or girl's shoes and walk around in your house, in your room. Just see all of this. Listen and smell, so you really like you're there. Now, step 3 here is to actually see what comes to your mind when you were a kid about money. And take notes here. What did you experience? Was there plenty of money, or was there a lack of money? Some more questions, and you can find your own questions. See what happens in your mind. Did your parents talk about money? And if they did, what did they say? And then, as I explained before, see what comes to your mind about money. Some specific examples that you remember about money from your childhood. As specific as possible. This could be things that you heard. Like, my mother told me, rich people are not happy. Maybe your mother or your father told you something about money. Could be something you saw. Could be you saw a lot of money. Could be you saw that your parents were out shopping and they didn't have money to pay. Something you saw that actually made an impression on you in your early days. Could be something you experienced with emotions. Like I mentioned, being cheated on. That really felt bad for me, and it got stuck with me for a long time. Maybe you can come back and feel emotions about money. Maybe something your mother did, your father did, one of your friends did, your grandparents did, your sister or brother did. Some emotion around money. And maybe you got some clear experiences, like I experienced with my father, my class friend here. Maybe you got some experience from your childhood that comes to your mind right now. Experiences like, again, not having enough money, or some experiences with your, maybe an example, dad goes out and buys a big dinner, and that's kind of an abundance experience. Everything is good. Or the opposite, dad comes home and cries about money, not having money to pay the bills. What experiences comes to your mind? And as you experience these things, it might be that you experience some emotion coming up. Might be you feel sadness, might be you feel anger or something else inside of you when doing this exercise. Trust me, just let them come. Bring the emotions, just let them come up inside of you and bring it all out. If you want to cry, if tears are coming, just let it. This is very powerful. And step number 4 here, write it down. Write down what are the most important beliefs that you learned or got installed in the early days. Couple of examples here from my life. Rich people are not happy. I heard that, and it was for many years a belief in me. Example number 2, I need to work hard to earn money. That's actually a belief too. My mother installed that in me. Work hard to earn money. But here you write down beliefs that you got installed around money. Step number 5 here is now you take the negative belief and you change it into a positive belief. And then you write the positive belief here. So an example, rich people are not happy. All right, so we're going to make that into a positive belief that actually supports you to be rich and happy. So now you're gonna figure it out with your beliefs, and you're gonna write something that fits best to you. But just an example here, it could be rich people are not happy, so we put in the positive belief here. It could be rich people can't be happy, or people can be both happy and rich, or happy people can be rich. Whatever is the right thing for you. And example number 2, I need to work hard to earn money. Change this into a positive one. Now you take your own beliefs and you figure out the wordings that are right for you, that makes you feel good. But for me, it could be like here, I need to work hard to earn money. Here it could be, obviously, I need to work to earn money. Or it's fun to work and earn money. Or, well, money comes easily to me. Things like that, that's not negative, but it's positive. You write it down so it's something that makes you happy, makes you feel positive emotions around money. That's the very, very powerful and important thing here. And if you've got more examples than the 2 here, just write that down. And also here, so make sure that the beliefs you find out, the statements you write down, that's your negative beliefs, make sure that you got the same. So if you got like 4 different here, down here you change those into 4 positive beliefs. And then step number 6, write your learnings from this exercise. Write down what exactly did you learn here. This part again, or maybe during the whole process, good to have some meditation music, so you're calm. And step number 7, I'm going to share a training tool with you later on here, but step number 7, do your mindset exercises minimum 2 times a day, and drum in the new positive beliefs. Let's put that in here. Until it gets your new belief, and therefore will attract the result that you want. So I just guided you through. You got this as a downloadable, so you can print it out and you can do the exercise. If you want to, you can go back in the video and listen to my voice and figure out, get down into the relaxing in step number 1, and then listen to my voice from step number 2 and take that as a guidance. Most important here is that you take the time and you go into this and you actually go back in time and find out what are your beliefs around money. So right now, I want you to pause the video and do this exercise. Don't skip this. Do this. Make sure you are in a place where you can sit nice, calm, and do the exercise. This is so powerful for you. When you find out what are the negative beliefs around money, if you have some, well, you found the roots of your issues. So please go ahead right now, pause the video, print out or just work on the exercise here in your computer, but I would suggest for you to print it out and write down in hand and just do the exercise. And when you're finished, come back and we'll continue with this video. And welcome back. So by now you should have done this money belief exercise and we can continue. And I hope and I trust that you find some beliefs and maybe you even got some emotions. Just as I said, this is so powerful. So just let it come all out. All right? Good job. So I want to help you as much as possible with this money mindset thing. So I want to give you a challenge. And this is a very powerful exercise. So it's called the Money Challenge. And this is about what are your feelings around money. So I have done this exercise with participants. I even did it with my team in Plusreglen. I sent them out and I did the exercise that I'm going to share with you right now. Because what this is about, it's also about beliefs, but it's about feelings. And feelings are very strong. When we talk about money, most people has feelings connected with money. So this challenge is about figuring out what are your beliefs. What are your feelings? So what I want you to do is, maybe this is not possible right now for you, but do it within the next couple of days. Tell yourself right now when you're going to do it. In the street, take let's say, up to you, but the more the better. Could be 50 euros, 50 US dollars. Could be 100, 200, 300, even 500, maybe even 1,000 Danish kroner. Take that cash, put it in your pocket. And then go out in the street and you will know there will be one person. And this doesn't have to be a homeless man or woman or anything at all. It doesn't have to be. You will know when you're there what's the right thing for you. Just go out in the street, go over to that person and say, here you go. And just give them the money. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. Give them the money. And then take a big note what's happening. Take a note how their reaction is. Most important, what your own reaction is. And most important, how your feelings are. Were you scared doing it? Did you have some restraints about doing it? Were you happy doing it? Whatever feelings, there's nothing right or wrong here. This is your feelings. So take some cash and make it enough so it's actually, maybe it's 1,000 for you. Maybe it's even more. Could be worth times 10 or 100 or 1,000 more than you're actually spending on this. Go out, give them to a person on the street. You'll know who that person is when you're on the street. Don't think too much about that. And then give it. Don't explain anything. Just say, here you go, from me to you. Not more than that. And then observe what's happening. How does the person react? How do you react? And most importantly, what kind of feelings are you experiencing? Then sit down, take notes of all of this. And then think. We just had the money beliefs exercise. Think now for yourself. This exercise, what did you learn about yourself? Feelings around money. So maybe you can't do this right now. If you can, just go out and do it right away. If you cannot, then please, right now, decide when are you going to do this exercise. Best today, next best tomorrow, and not later than the day after. Really do it. Actually, I want you to push you a little bit here. So I want you to do this exercise, and I would suggest for you to go in and write your learnings in the Facebook group. It's very powerful. So the next thing here about the money mindset is how to become a money magnet. And we went through this exercise with the negative beliefs and changed them into positive beliefs. This is very powerful. As everything else, it's not enough just to write down, be aware of your negative beliefs, write down the positive one time. You need to work with this. You need to put in some effort, to put in some blood, sweat, and maybe even tears. And your old you will do everything possible to get you back into the negative beliefs. So we went through all of this training. Just be very aware that you are growing, and as you are growing, you will have an experience. Most people will something pulling you back into your old you. To help you here, what I did was actually make, here we go, the Money Master affirmations. So these affirmations are just an example. So you can choose whatever you want from here. You can pick out something that's very good for you. If you want to rewrite it, it's okay. And most importantly, you put in your own positive money beliefs from the exercise. So put this into your daily mindset training, and at least 2 times daily. This is about programming yourself. You got some program from your early days. Now begins the, let me say, hard work here to actually program yourself, rewire yourself. Say out loud the affirmations. You can record them on your phone and listen to them as often as possible. Just let it drum into your mind. Listen to it during the day, if you're biking in a car, whatever it is. Put these things into your mind. Whatever you write, say and listen to, it's what you will become. Very important to understand this. Whatever you write, say and listen to is what you will become. So you're designing your new you regarding money. So you just put in your new money beliefs here from the exercise we went through before. So you already did this. If you didn't, go back and do the exercise. It's very important. And then some additional money beliefs. Use what resonates with you and feel free to change this. It's not about if it's me who did it or if it's right or wrong. This is very powerful. It's very important that it resonates with you. So feel free to take whatever you want from here and also to change it. This is also downloadable, so you can print it out and you can just change it before and then print it out and have it with you. So, for example, I am a money master. I attract infinite amount of money. I deserve money. I am an excellent money manager. I control my money. My financial situation improves day by day. I spend my money wisely. I am a money magnet. I create my business and my life. I create exactly what I put my mind to and set my goals to. Business and money is a game. I play the money game to win big time. Whenever I see or meet a person with success, I want to talk to them and I want to learn what they did. I believe money is important. Money can help me serve on a bigger level, and money buys life experiences. I believe money is freedom. There is an unlimited amount of money. I get rich doing what I love and serving people and businesses at the same time. I deserve to be rich. I am so grateful for all the money I have now in my business and life. Every day I learn and grow, and my skills to earn, hold, and grow money expands. I am financially free. I work and grow because I choose to, not because I have to. Again, this is downloadable. You can put in, or not can, you should put in your own beliefs, and you can change whatever you want from here, put in more, take out some. The most important thing is this is you creating your future money master. So this is very important work for you to do. All right. So I want you to pause the video right now and download the document, put in your beliefs, change whatever beliefs, and then print it out. So you got it, and you can say this out loud to yourself at least 2 times per day. Cool. One more thing here about how to become a money magnet, because put down here spender or saver. This is what I experienced with the people I worked with myself, and also with the people that I watch when we talk about money mindset. There's 2 kinds of people. It's very basic. It's very simple. And the 2 kinds are, some people are spenders. And when I say spender, I mean like they go out and they spend money all the time. Some of them, they have enough money. Some of them, they are always in lack of money. But it's kind of their programming. They just spend money. And then we got the savers, people who save money. It's like if they got a little bit of money, they control it. They put it in their saving account, they put a mark on it, and they know exactly that they got this money. They're not going to spend anything at all. Some of these savers, they have a lot of money. Some of these savers, they don't have enough money. There's nothing right or wrong here. But what I suggest for you to do right now, if you didn't already do it, is just to take a note, and then take a note, what are you? Are you a spender or are you a saver? And I would say even if it's 51% spender and 49% saver, then you're a spender. Just take that mark so you know it. Again, there's nothing right or wrong here. So the thing is, if it works for you, no problem. If it doesn't work, something needs to be changed. So this, like we had those exercises before, this is an exercise for you. If you're a spender and you don't have enough money, you need to do something different. You need to train your brain to do something different, which is a very great thing. So if you're a spender and you don't have enough money, you want to change something, well, I challenge you to become a saver. Whenever you got that feeling that you should buy something, don't. And it's going to be terrible for you, but don't buy something. And on the other hand, if you are a saver, which means you would never go out and put money into anything that's not life necessary for you. If you are a saver, I will challenge you to go out and spend money. Spend money on stupid things. And this is so very important to understand, because things are happening in our brain when we do this. And probably your brain right now, for some of you, will just scream, saying, you want me to go out and spend money on stupid things? And the spender will say, you want me to not go out and spend money on stupid things? Are you crazy, Michael? Nope. I just want to help you to change your whole programming here. So take a note, are you a spender or a saver? And then take a note right now, where does this show up in your life? And take notes if it benefits you. Where does it benefit you? Sometimes it's good to be a spender, sometimes it's good to be a saver. And take notes where it actually hurts you, financial and maybe even as a person. And then just take some action notes. Say, okay, that's my learning. I will not go out and spend money for the next month. And if you're a spender, some of you will scream and said, no, I want to go to prison instead. But do this. And if you're a saver and you jot it down, well, I am going to spend 2,000 or 10,000 kroner or 2,000 euros, whatever, the next month, do it. And again, like we did with the money challenge exercise here, take a note when you do these things of your feelings. Understand it. Don't run away from it. Does it scare you? Are you happy with it? Just understand what's happening inside of you, because that's your money beliefs. That's your whole program. All right. Next thing, and these things are very powerful, so I really trust that you pause the video and you do these exercises, because this is so powerful. The next thing here is the money mirror. We spoke a little bit about this. How do you think, feel, and act around money is exactly what you get. So just look at your results. Again, if we take this pin up here, your results right now, how many money you got in your bank, you got enough, you got a lack of, you got a saving account, it's not controlled, it's a mess, whatever your money situation is, that's your results. So look at it. And now what we want to do, and this is the money mirror, this is like looking yourself in the mirror. Look at your results. And what you want to do is you want to design the person that gets the money result that you want. So, for instance, imagine you're looking in the mirror. There's you. So you see exactly the person there who is getting the exact results that you're getting right now. That's you in the mirror. You cannot run away from this. Whether you got enough money, whether you don't got enough money, whether you're a saver, a spender, your beliefs around money, it's you there. So the first part of the exercise, this is a 3-minute exercise. Just write down, pause the video in a moment and just write down what are your results and why. What are your money results and why? I want you to pause the video and do this exercise right now and then come back. And then welcome back. So right now you should have written down in this exercise what are your results regarding money and why. All right. Now the next thing, I created a cheat sheet for you here. Let's see. Here we go. This is the mirror, the money mirror. So some things that could help you. What I've seen with clients, what I've seen with myself, with my own story, is that what we want is money. You know that now. Money comes from selling. So when you sell something to someone, when you can help them, then you get money in your account. And by now, you should have put up your sales system, and you should also have put up a great way of getting enough from whatever it is that your product or service is. So some behaviors here. You want to attract great clients. You want to attract enough money. So what we want to do is actually put the perfect for you. What you want to design the person that attracts these things. So when you look into the mirror, you want to see that future you that attracts the money, the clients that you want. You got it? That's the mirror effect. And here are something that could help you. So first of all, these might be, for most people, this might be crazy things. And even if you are a saver, your mind might scream now. But always pay up front. You know, when you enter this program, this is how I do it here. This is how I urge you to do the same thing. And to attract these clients, that's the mirror effect. Be that client yourself. So if you, maybe sometimes it's not possible, I know that, but really go as long with this as you can. If you buy something, if you get someone to help you with something, and there's like a 14 days payment notice. Well, before with my old mindset, what I did was, I waited until the 16 days or maybe even the 20 days because I didn't have money in my account. That's a limiting belief. So when I started to change this, and what I do now is that if I get an invoice, if I get something that I need to pay, I just pay it right away. And what happens is that this energy of doing like this, first of all, means that the person you are actually giving the money, they are very like, well, you did actually transfer the money. Yeah, I do. It's good. We made a transaction. You're gonna help me, and I give you the money. And you will begin to attract that in your business too. Makes sense? Because this is the mirror effect. Next thing, give tips. And these are just suggestions. So you can put anything else into here that you want to create the money mirror, your money master here. Give tips. I had a great massage. Actually, I think it was 1 or 2 months ago. And it was charged like, I think 100 euros, something like that. I think it was 800 Danish crowns. And well, I paid by the mobile, and I told the girl, the woman who did the massage, I told her, you know what, this was really cool. I really liked it. I needed it, and you have been so kind, and you did good. You asked me if everything was okay, and you did a great job. So could you just put in your invoice that I'm gonna pay you 400 more? And she was like, what do you mean? I said, well, it's just my tips for you. I just want to make sure that I can put it into my business. But yeah. And she was like, well, are you sure? I said, sure I am. And she was like, I think I made her day, but she was maybe she even thought I was crazy. But I came, and next time it was like there were even flowers on the table. I was like, whoa, the next massage was actually even better. So think about this. If you're out eating, if you are out doing something, just be very generous with the tips, because that's kind of a flow, but it's also what you attract. And the flow with this is very energetic. I know that what I'm saying now is very energetic, but the flow with this is like it's also gonna have an impact, because the person that you're giving the tips or paying up front, it will make an impact on their day, which means that they will, maybe the next client with the masseuse would even get a better massage because that I gave that tip. Makes sense? So it's kind of you're just there was a movie at the time, I think, that was called Paying It Forward. You're just putting in a lot of great energy, but you're also attracting this, because you will have, this is the mirror effect, you will attract that person. And then give testimonials. Just be happy giving testimonials. And here's a small story too. I was at I just spent a week business and a little pleasure in Egypt. And I was living at the Hilton. I was living there with a partner of mine, and I was down eating breakfast this morning, and it was very nice. The people there was very cool. And actually what happened, I'm not doing this all the time, but I actually went to TripAdvisor, you can see it there, and I put in the two names of the two people who served me, and I said this was a great experience. And it's not that I wanted it to be like this, but I got a free breakfast, which I think was around 10 euros or something, maybe even 15 euros. So again here, give testimonials whenever it's possible. Just have that positive mindset, because that is what the mirror effect, you will attract the same thing. Very important. I think we spoke about this before, maybe in the training, but make decisions right away. Make decisions right away. And for me, that's been very difficult, because my money mindset was very tight. There was never enough, rich people not happy, all of the things that I told you. But the thing is, when I decided to make decisions right away, it helped me. Talk about decision, it's cut off and all of that, but it helped me to move much faster. Just make a decision, right or wrong, make a decision. It's going to clear your mind, and again, you're going to attract the same people that will make decisions right away. Mirror effect. Now I know that I challenged you, and I know that because you're in this program, you made a decision right away when we were on the phone together. The thing here is just be aware of this in your daily life. Make decisions very fast and just move on. And pay more. Just pay more. That was actually the story with the tips here. I was just looking. Pay more. Sometimes if you got a great service, say, hey, you know what? I want to pay you some more for this, because this has really changed my life. Just have that mindset, because that's abundance, and that's going to be more and more the people you're attracting. And then trust in yourself and your abilities. And and right here, you can write down your own ones here. If you got some very great ones you want to improve on, some clients that you want to attract or customers you want to attract, and you see, well, I want to attract people that just pays me like 10,000 for my services, 10,000 euros or 50,000 Danish kroner, whatever. Well, how are these people? How are they behaving? What are they doing? And then write down, what do you need to do here? You can take my examples, but if you see there's something else you need to do, write it down and then begin to work like that. Begin to be that person. So when you look in the mirror, you see your money mirror exercise here. You see that person in the mirror. Person giving tips, making fast decisions, paying up front, paying right away, paying enough because they understand the value. That person understands the value. And that person will attract in the mirror what you just designed. So go ahead and do this exercise right now. It's also downloadable. Just pause the video and take 5 minutes and do the exercise here and then come back. And welcome back. So by now you should have done the money mirror exercise and you should have put down the person that you want to be, because that's the person you want to attract to. If you didn't do it, I really suggest for you to stop the video and do it. All right. And that's exactly what we've been going through here, the money mindset. So let's carry on. This one we went through, print it out. Now we're going to talk a little bit about money, clarity, and it equals power. So first of all, most entrepreneurs, most business owners, they operate like I write here. They have no clue where they want to be talking about money, and they have no clue where their money goes. And honestly, you don't want to be like most entrepreneurs. Now you are in this training. By now you should have a clear picture and vision about your goals, so you know what you want to be. This video is about also where does your money go. So this is how most entrepreneurs or business owners, they operate, and you don't want to be like that, because you want to be a money master. You really want to be a money master. And the big question is for you, and you can pause the video or just take notes right now. Where do you actually want to be? I know you put up goals and a vision and all of that, but where do you want to be in your life? How much money do you want in your account? I know we talked about how much sales are you going to do and all of this, but this time, how much money do you want in my account? Your account, sorry. So just take your pen and just write that down. Write it down right now. Just pause the video and say, okay, by the end of this year or by this specific date, it could be 8 weeks from now, 1 year, 5 years, you know the whole drill. Put down how many money you will have in your account. Just pause the video and do it right away. This is only a maximum 30-second exercise. Good? Just do it and then come back. And welcome back. So the next thing here is money clarity. Where are your money going? And again, like I mentioned, most entrepreneurs, they don't know these things. It's just a mess for them. But what you want to have is a money system. You want to be the designer of your money system. Like everything else, you're creating your own life. So we are going to dive into this Money Master design right now. I'm just going to make sure here. Yeah, that's the next one. So I'm going to show you a tool, and I really urge you to use this tool. And when you begin to use this system and you are in control, then you will be able to design your money future in a whole new level. So let's see here. We're going to find it. Finance here. So you can change the let me just do this bigger. You can change the month, the years, and all of that. But I'm just gonna show you this, and I'm gonna show it to you pretty effective, and then you're gonna work with it, and you're gonna begin to work with it, and you will learn more and more about your money. You will be the master of your money, and also you will see things and you will work with this. Maybe you're gonna change a little in the tool here. That's okay too. The most important is that you begin to work with it and you begin to do this. So let me just do it even bigger here. So you see down here, you got one called Business P&L, got one called Business cash flow, and one called business expenses. That's the business part. I'm going to dive into those in a moment. And then you got a personal P&L. P&L, if you don't know it, that's profit and loss. So it's actually like a result of your business or your personals in a month. That's how I'm going to show it to you here. And then you got, this is the personal P&L. You got the personal cash flow, and we got the personal expenses. So that's the personal part. And then we got loans. I'm going to dive into it. We got something with accounts, and I put in for you to make a personal budget, a business budget, to put in your assets, and then to take notes. So we're going to dive into this. I'm going to share it with you. It's very powerful. And don't be mad, don't be nervous, don't be irritated if you don't get it right away. Just watch the video again and begin to work with it. You can ask in the Facebook group, or you can ask at Q&A calls if you got any questions with this. This is very powerful. So if you are a solo entrepreneur, probably you will really want to do this really intense, maybe even every day. And if you are a spender, you probably want to do this every day. Maybe you don't want to, but you should, you need to, because you want to understand where your money goes. If you got a team around you, or if you got a lot of transactions, maybe you do have a bookkeeper, maybe you do that even if you're solo, but still, what I would suggest to you is that you do this. Maybe not on a daily basis, but then put in an hour a week and go through your bank accounts, transactions, and put it into this sheet. Trust me, it's going to be very interesting for you. So if you want to be intense about this, do it daily. It's going to take you maybe, depending on how many transactions, it's going to take you maybe between 1 minute and 10 minutes. If you've got a lot of transactions, if you are if you own a company or run a company with a team around you, a lot of transactions, maybe you don't want to go totally into this, but I would suggest for you to do the exercise even if you've got a team around you, and do it once a week, because you will learn a lot from it. Then the next thing is, if you got, actually I want to say, if you got a bookkeeper, or even if you don't have a bookkeeper, I'll show you how I do it here, but I would suggest for you, once a month, you want a totally P&L of your company. You want to know what profits, what comes in and what goes out, and what the result is. You want to know this on a monthly basis. It's so important for you. And I suggest for you to do it on the personal side too. I'm going to share something about being rich and personal and company, just a little with you later on. But let's dive into this now. So, and actually the personal and the business, it's kind of the same structure here. So you start with the expenses. And like you see here, this is for January, we got February, and you can just, if you want to, you can just, I'm going to show you how to do it. You just take this, we go here, and we got it here. So you just copy this, and then you're going to go down here and boom. And we're just going to put in March. So you can just do this. So you got the whole year. Now this is, once again, this is business expenses. So let me walk you through this. This is pretty simple, but I'm going to walk you through it. And again, some of you might be very experienced with this. Just check what you can use. Some of you might even think you don't know what I'm talking about, but you understand it. So the first one here is sale or revenue. So maybe you got a new client or you got a new product. This is for, now this is February, so we just use this. So you put in, you got a client called Tom, and you sold, we're gonna do this in Danish kroner this time. You sold a product or service to Tom, and it's 20,000. And then you got, you sold a product to Lise, and this is 10,000. 1,000. And you just do that every time you sold a product. You put it into sales revenue here, and you see there's a total down here. This one, and it can be you are already doing P&L, so it might be that you use different names for this. You just put in your names for the different accounts that fits your company. Office expenses could be rent. Let's say the rent is 5,000. This is just examples. Could be that you have some electricity, and that's 250. It could be some food for the person in the office. It could be that's 1,000. You just put that in. So whenever you have a transaction, you look into your bank account, you see, okay, I paid the rent, that's 5,000, put it in here. Then you see electricity, I paid 250 kroner, you put that in. And food, well, so let's make it another. We bought food for the team, and that was 399. And then you go on everything that's with the office expenses. Actually, the food, we could put it on the staff here, but let's leave it here for now. Staff could be someone that you're paying, salary to. And the salary could be 10,000. Again, this is just examples. It could also be a bonus, and that was 2,000. And yeah, just as examples here. So once again, you see in your account, okay, you paid salaries, and that was 10,000, and you paid a bonus to one of your employees, or maybe even a partner or something, that's 2,000, just put it in here. Take the exact amount from your bank account and put it in here. Software expenses. So it could be you have let's say you have a PC repair, and that was 970 kroner. It could be license, could be sales navigator. I think that's 560 kroner. So we just put that in. Again, I see in my bank account 2 days ago I had sales navigator, and it was 560 crowns. Everything from your accounts, you put it in here. Advertising expenses could be some Facebook ads, and there was 1,280. Could it be you paid for some ads or whatever. Learning expenses could be you bought a book, 199. Could be you bought an audio program, was 225. Again, you see this from your bank account, and you put it in. Other expenses, whatever that might be, could be new shirt for a meeting. That could be elsewhere too, but you decide this. You will find out what's best for you. So you get, if you do it daily, it's easier for you. If you do it once a week, you put in the time, you go through your bank account, and you say, okay, last Monday I spent 870 on and put it in here. And you will get the totals from the different accounts, and you will also get the expense total down here. So I might say, well, I have this in my bookkeeping program, and that's okay too. But the thing is, when you look at it this way, and trust me, and you put it in by yourself, what happens is that you will actually gain a lot of knowledge, and you will also see, okay, this new shirt for meeting, was that a good or bad thing? And Facebook, okay, I pay 1,280 on Facebook every month. So you will begin to look at your finances in a whole new way. So this is to be done for you. And you will also see, if you got to the personal expenses here, it's actually the same things. So income is over here. So you have some salary, it can be you have some other income, you put it in. And then you have your expenses. Living expenses, entertainment expenses, finance expenses, other expenses. And again, if you got another way of doing it, you got other words than this, you can put it in. This is just an example for you to help you. So business, next thing is business cash flow. And here see you got some expected and you got some actual. So this is kind of making a budget. So it could be, we say that income we sold 2 times new clients. That's your, no, sorry, put in the products here. So we say this is product 1, and the price for product 1 is, we just keep it in Danish kroner now, is 15,000, and this is product 2, and this is 25,000, and product 3, and this is 30,000. Good. So we say, okay, I expect to do 2 of these. So it calculates for you, and I expect to do 1 of these and 1 of these. So you already got your budget here, 85,000. I expect my office expenses to be 8,000, my staff to be 12,000, my software to be 3,000, and advertising 2,500. This is just examples. Learning 2,000, and other expenses 1,500. Boom. So you see here, well, my expenses is 29,000, and my expected revenue or sales is 85,000, which means that I got 56,000 in profit or net cash flow. Got it? And in here you can put when is the first of the month in your bank. You say my business account, I have, this is just an example again, I have 157,000 in my business account, which means that my expected closing balance in my account is 150,000 plus the 56,000. So I expect to have 213,000 in my account by the end of the month. Got it? And actually, let me see here. So you go into actual, and then this makes sense for you because the business expenses you got here. So you put in, you got Tom and you got Lisa. So it could be, this is just an example. You calculate all your different sales or revenues, and then you say, okay, actually I did 1 of those, and I did 1 of those, and I did 0 of those. Let us do like this instead. So this was my actual. And again, here you see office expenses. You go over here, you put it in during the month. So you see office expenses by the end of the month, 5649. 5649. And let's see, you go here, and what was the next one? It was staff. Staff by the end of the month, 12,000. Software by the end of the month, 1530. I think you get it by now. But as an example, I do the whole thing here. Advertising, we walk through it. Advertising, 1280. And learning, we got here 424. And other expenses, 870. 870. Boom. So now you see, you can read your own numbers. This is your income, your expected, your actual. This is your expenses, expected, actual, and net cash flow. So you can see the difference. And your opening balance was the same thing, of course, in the bank. Sorry. So you can see here. Oh. Boom. So instead of 213, it's 1,247. So this is actually, you put in daily or weekly your transactions here, and then you put it in here. This gives you a clear, perfect picture of your month. So when you're going into the next month, you put in your monthly schedule. What is your expected sales and expected costs? Got it? And you just do this all the way during the year. The next thing here, and actually it's the same thing if we go to the the personal cash flow. It looks a little different, but it's the same thing. You take the expected income and expenses and the actual income and expenses, put in the opening cash flow, and you got a pretty cool picture of your personal finances. Trust me, you want to do this. You want to work with this. And again, maybe you don't want to, but it would be great for your financial future. Let's go back to the business part here. So the last thing is the P&L. Good thing here is that you can just take, you did it. You just take the numbers here. Total income, expected and actually. You put that in here. Revenue, budget, and revenue actually. Office, budget actually. Staff, budget actually, and all the way down here. So that's what you just work with up here. You put it in your P&L. And here will be a difference on the specific accounts and also different on the cost and on the results down here for you. This is a profit and loss statement, very simple one. So you got January, February, March. I'm just gonna write this in English. March, April, and you go all the way here, and then by the end you got your whole year too. Budget. We do this in English. Budget year. Here we go, like this. So this is a total picture of your finances. And again, I know that when I share this with you, some of you might love this, some of you might hate beginning doing this. But again, I really want for you to put some time and energy into this, put a box in your weekly schedule and begin doing this, because you will get some great aha moments out of this. This was business, but the same thing is here with the personal. So I created the sheet so you got budget, January, February. Let's do the same here, March. It's exactly like I just showed you. There was one more here. We're just going to go and do this right away. Year. So it's done. Boom, boom. Good. So if any questions, just see the video again and just begin to work with it, because it will give you a clarity about your finance situation. This was the personal and the business part. The whole sheet, once again, it's downloadable as a tool for you. So we talked about the personal and the business part now. Again, let me jump into the next one here. Loans. I work with clients who owed a lot of money, but they actually didn't know how much and to who. Clarity is power. Money clarity is power. So if you don't have any loans, great. If you do have loans, that's where you are right now. And I suggest for you, really intensively suggest to you to use this schedule and actually begin working with this. Get clarity about your loans. So you just put in, okay, who is the person or bank or whatever it is, company that you owe money to. Put in the specific company name or friend, and then put in what is the loan. Now this is an example. This is a house loan. Could be that this is a loan for a car. Could be this is a loan for some machinery for your business. Put all your loans in here. Go through your banking, I know this will take, for some of you, if you got many loans, it might take you some time. But the clarity in this, again, this will help you and it will have a big impact on your future. I can tell you one client who was so much in debt that he was actually thinking about doing some very bad stuff. We did this exercise. He got clarity with the loans. He did exactly the things that I'm going to share with you now. And he paid off one loan at a time. And now he's without any loans at all. And his company has grown a lot. So put in the loan. Then when was the date that you started the loan? Just the actual date. And put in the original amount of the loan. Put in how much money you pay every month. So if it's a house loan and you pay every quarter, every third month, I would still suggest to you to put it in on a monthly, so you know how much money you will take out on a monthly basis. Put in the interest rate. which means in Danish the rente. Put in the interest rate that you're paying for the loan. And then if you are going on with the loan and paying like you're doing right now, when will the loan end? And then you put in this. You can do monthly or you can do it quarterly. At first you're gonna of course get the picture of this, so you just put in right now what is the updated amount. Okay, the original was 100,000 and right now it's 70,000, just an example. And my last updating date was the 1st of January 2019. And then when you're doing this, you will have some comments, you will get some clarity, and it could be that you're thinking here, okay, it could be a good idea to pay more on this loan. I'm not going to dive too much into how to change these things. This is this is a very powerful tool for you to get clarity. And this is what this part of the video training is about. Might be you see your interest rate on some of the loans are 12. Might be that you're changing the repayments, so you're not paying as much on the low ones and put more into the big ones. This will have a huge impact. I know it's a little bit off the training, but I really want to help you as much as possible for you to get to where you want to be. So take the time, put in right now, when are you diving into this? Sit down, calm and quiet, with your banks, with your papers, with everything in front of you, and just fill in these numbers. Take the time and do it. Not right now, but put in when you will do it. And then put in your monthly, when you do your monthly thing or quarterly, whatever it is, but really make sure you're doing this, that you do an update. Because you will begin to see that these numbers are getting smaller. And if you find out that you want to start and repay, for example, XX friend here, and you change a little on all of these things, or you find out that you could take more money out to the loan, you pay the friend off, and you see, okay, I'm going to go a little more into this anyway. You're going to pay off 5,000 instead of 1,000. There's no interest. And you finally figure out, if you do this, this loan will be paid off by the end of this year. By the end of this year, the loan is out, and you got 5,000 more that you can spend on some of the other loans, because you will save the interest costs actually for just you having that loan. This will have a huge impact. But again, watch the video again. Do the work, and if any questions, feel free to ask them. Next thing here, I really put a lot of effort in this training and also in this tool. Next thing here is accounts. This is also for you to get clarity. Now, I'm going to share a little bit later with you, because I really want you to do it as simple as possible. But it could be that you have more than one account. So it might be that you have let's say you have it in XX Bank, your bank name. And what is the account? Just as an example, this is a savings account. I started it the 1st of 2010. I am paying 2,500 to this account. My interest rate is minus 0.5, and the total amount right now is 100,000. I updated 1st of 19. It could be an idea to pay more into this. Just an example. So you put in the next one here, my bank, and this is my personal account. When I started it, my monthly payments, that could be if you want to put it in your salary, and you go on. It could be you have like a budget account, could be you have more accounts. This is to give you financial clarity. Make sure you do this also. And I could have started with this, but I'm not doing that. This is like budget for the personal and business. So this is kind of, see, for the personal thing here, I did two. So you can put in for your personal, and if you had, I know a lot of people has this, a budget account, then put it in here too. So how much is your salary? Put that in. Just gonna do this. Might be the salary is 15,000. We're just going like this, and living could be Rent might be that is 10,000. This is just some examples. And you go down here, entertainment, could be that is eating out, and could be that your budget is that you put in, let's say 1,500 for that. Finance could be bank interest or something else. Bank interest. It could be that you're paying 200. And other could be movie. Just examples here. You put in whatever it is for you. So you spend 200 a month on movies. So you see here, it calculates all your expenses and it gives you results because you had the salary too. Same thing with the budget account. You maybe you take some money from your salary and put it into your budget account, and you have, maybe that was the rent going over here, personal things that you spent on from your budget account, other stuff, and if you even have something else here. It's more, I didn't make this very totally clear because it could be very different from person to person. Just an example. So this one is when you really want a clarity, and if you start here or if you start with these ones, it's up to you. Maybe if you didn't create a budget for yourself, it's easier to start over here and put in the expenses, begin working with this, and then say, okay, I got clarity now I'm gonna do my budget. Different from person to person. Same thing with the business. I'm not going through this now, but as you see, it's the different accounts, and the only thing is here, this is for month and this is for year. So for instance, if the product sales was, then you can see it calculates here. So you got the year here. This is just to give you an idea. So you can work with this. And again, here with the business thing, you can also start over here if you don't have the clarity right now. And it might be it takes you 2, 3, 4 months working with this before you say, aha. But I really suggest for you to do this work. Good. Assets. I'm not going to spend too much time of this, but this is like things you own. So it could be that you have some gold in an account. It could be you have some stocks in an account. It could be that you owe a house, something like that. All things that you own. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Where is it? What is the value of it? When did you update this? And then some comments. And then some notes. Take notes here. Whenever you're working with this, take notes. As an example, I myself, I did this exercise some years ago. One of my mentors told me, well, look into your financial sheets. What are you spending money on that you don't need to spend money on? I said, well, I don't need to do that. I have a clear, good picture of what I'm spending my money on. Well, I said, don't do it anyway. So I looked into this. I didn't have this tool, but I looked into it. And honestly, at that time, I bought one Coca-Cola each day. It was a Diet Coke. It was very bad, but I did it. And I was like, okay, I'm spending like, I don't remember the amount. Maybe it was 2-3 euros, 20 krona or something. Each day, 6 days a week, but it was only 20 krona. But the thing is now that when I looked at it, one thing was I saw, okay, I'm spending 20 krona a day on this. It doesn't really serve any great purpose for me. Actually, it's damaging on my health. But I did the exercise and I wrote down some numbers here for this video. So I said it was 2 euros, 16 kronos, 6 days a week. This is 5,000 a year krona. This is 667 euros a year. It's 50,000 Danish kroner in 10 years. 6,667 euros in 10 years. So then it struck me, it's not healthy. This is a very bad habit. I'm gonna stop doing this. So I actually just saved 50,000 And this is not 10 years ago, but it's close to now. So I saved 50,000 kroner and got better health. That was a thing coming from an exercise like what you're going to do here. So you got the whole tool, and once again, it's downloadable for you. It's gonna be a challenge for some of you. Some of you say, well, I do that, I got my own system, it's working good. Okay, cool. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just telling you to do as much as possible and really look into this. See if you can find some good stuff for you. You probably will. So how to get rich? We're gonna cover this, and it's very simple actually, because first of all, the world's most simple formula, yet most people don't use this because it takes some work and it takes patience. The formula: spend less than you make. Very simple. Spend less than you make. Even if it's 10 kroner or €1 a day that you can save, well, it's gonna have a huge impact in the future. So the whole tool we just went through, the whole mindset here stuff we went through in this video, all of this is gonna help you. But the more money you can invest in your business, the more money you can set aside for savings, the richer you will get. Very simple. And the shiny object money problem, this is some for you. Just when I talk about this, just see if this is something that you could actually improve on yourself here, because some people, they love spending money on new stuff. They see something shiny and they want to spend money. And some people, they are actually not able to walk into a store without spending money. Some people, if that's you, you really want to think about what I'm saying here. It's going to come in the next point too. Because first of all, you want to spend your money on growth in your business. That's going to help you. Equipment, team, systems, etc. For you to get to a position where you don't need to work all the time faster. So you want to spend money in your business and you want to put some money aside for savings. The next thing here is you want to control your emotions and your lust. I really call it lust here. For the spenders, people who walk into a shop and they always take things with them. If you're a spender, be very calm. And when you walk into a shop, really think before you walk in, be aware. And then think, if you see something, do I really need this? Will this grow my business? If you're online and you see something and there's an ad for something very interesting, well, be calm and ask yourself, do I really need this? Will this grow my business? Will this actually help me to be in a position where I can have enough money without working all the time? So just if you're a spender or saver, just challenge yourself here. Again, if you are a saver, it could be that you need to do the different. Go into a shop and just buy something. And you're going to hate doing it. But it's going to have a total cool impact on your money mindset. And the next thing here, financial freedom. Most people, they want it, but they don't know what it is. And certainly, they don't know how to get it. And of course, if you don't know what a thing is, it's very difficult to understand how to get it. So a great explanation for this that I got some years ago is to be able to do what you want to without having to work unless you choose to. Maybe I shared this with you before, but I'm going to say it again. To be able to do what you want without having to work unless you choose to. So you want to be in a position, if you want to be financially free, you will grow your company. I'm going to help you. You will grow your company, put in the effort, get team members in, put systems in, so you are not, the business is not depending on you. You can grow it. And at a certain stage you can work with your business, but not more than you need. So now it's something, it's like a system, it's like a machine who pays you money every month without you being there all the time. And if you really love it, and you should love your business, well, if you want to work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, that's because you want to work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, but you build a team, you build the systems, and you're doing it. And then some practical stuff here. Most people, they want high salaries. It's not true. Let's just change this. It's so, boom. They can buy shiny objects. Most people want high salaries so they can buy shiny objects. Another way of thinking about this is to pay yourself as little as possible. This adds up huge. So what do I mean by this? I have an example. I just wrote it down here, preparing for this video. So listen very carefully. Now this is Danish. It could be a little different for your country. Tax on a personal income is around 50%. So just for the sake of this example, 50%. Tax on a company is 22%. So if a person want to pay as high salary to himself as possible to live a life in a big house, big car, buy a lot of clothes, private, and all of these things, it means that they are paying a lot more in tax. So as an example, 20,000 euros. Let's say that's kind of a salary. 20,000 euros. And let's say the 20,000 euros, a person put those money to him or herself in salary because they want high salary. Just the 20,000 euros as an example. 50% is 10,000, which means 10,000 goes to tax. Now, if the person don't take these money, 20,000 euros, out of the company, they will pay 22,000 in tax, 22% in tax, which is 4,400. This is a very simple example. There's a lot of tax things in this, but I don't want to go into that. It's just to show, for you to understand the differences here. 50% is 10,000, 22%, the tax on the company is 4,400. So the difference here is 5,600 euros. 5,600 euros in a year from 20,000 euros. Now, in 10 years, that's 56,000 euros in difference. 56,000 euros in difference, which is 420,000 Danish kroner. That's nearly 500,000 Danish kroner. So the big important here is for you to help you to become in a situation where you are really independent, financial free. Think about, instead of how much money can I take out of the company, think about how little money can I take out of the company. Leave as much as possible in the company to invest in the company and to make it grow even more, and also to not paying taxes for going out and buying shiny object things. Makes sense? And as more money you will begin to earn, it's even bigger impact. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not going into anything legal about taxes. I don't want you to cheat. It's very important for me to say don't cheat. But it's just a simple mathematical way of thinking here. So these was the things how to get rich. Some advice for that. KISS, let's go into this. KISS, meaning of KISS, keep it simple, smarty. I believe I talked about that in earlier trainings, but just when we talk about money, keep it as simple as possible. The operation of most people is like this. They have no system. Nothing is simple in their business. They got bills all over. And I've seen offices. I've seen how people are doing this. So this is not something that I just talk about. It's actually what and how people are. And then they're transferring money from accounts. They have a private, you should have a private business card, a private MasterCard or Visa card, and then a business Visa or MasterCard. And when you have a business, something you buy for your business, of course you use the business card. If you have something personal, of course you use the personal card. Don't mix these things up, but it's incredible what I've seen, what I hear. And keeping it simple, it's also about if you have a business, if you buy something for your business, but you use your private Master or Visa card for this, you will need to transfer the money, and it's just more complicated. Really understand this? One card for your business, one card for your private stuff, and don't mix it up. Keep it simple. Make sure you have as little as possible to control. Even here, doing the tool that I shared with you, let's see this one. When you begin to work with this, you will also see, okay, your mind, you will be able to figure out things where you can do your business or your personal stuff even more simple, and you will save time from this. So keep it simple, and I also created a cheat sheet for you here. Let's find that right away. Where is it? Where is this? Interesting, where's this? Oh, maybe I didn't do that. Okay. So if I did, I'll see if I can find it. Now this video is beginning to be long here, so if I can find it, I'll put it as a downloadable, and if not, well, I'll put it in an updated video later on. It's some great money practices. It's just about keeping it simple. Some of the things I just mentioned for you: business card, personal card. And I think I shared this in another video, but have like your bookkeeping system so you can upload your bills right away. So you don't need to put bills, save bills, find bills and all of that. Make it as simple as possible. And have as little accounts as possible. So I've seen people who have 5 or 6 or 7 different accounts. It's just making things complicated. So if I find the sheet, I will update it, and you can look into it and get the best possible out of that. And sorry about that. Let's just see here. Money management system. I think we went through this. The system, what you track, you will understand. Yeah, this system, we went through it. So again, what you track, you will understand. I talked a lot about this. We did go through the money tracking system, and I also shared with you, do it maybe in the beginning, do this once a day until you begin to understand your money, where they come in, where they go out, and at least once a week. Put a box, you know all about box now. So put a box in your calendar that's called money management, and make sure you do this. And then when you are tracking your money in the financial tool, use it to improve. So when you're finished, just debrief your money learnings. I just shared you the example with Coca-Cola. Another example, I had a client of mine doing this exercise, and I told him to go through it. He said the same thing as I did, saying, well, I don't need to, I know all of my things. And then he came back, he said he actually paid the same, I can't remember if it was a car or if it was the office, but he paid the same insurance, but 2 different companies. So that, I don't remember. I think it was like 10,000 Danish crowns, which is a little bit more. Maybe it's 1,200 euros. sorry. So the guy actually saved 1,200 euros from 1 hour exercise. And I saved, in the Coca-Cola example, I saved 50,000 Danish kroner in 10 years. So when you do your debrief here, when you went through your finance system, just ask yourself these simple questions. What is working? Take notes of that. And what do you need to improve or change? Take notes of that too. And then take action right away. Could be the Coca-Cola, could be the insurance, could be that you are actually seeing, okay, whoa, I'm transferring money from one account to another account. It takes too much time, it's too complicated. My action is I'm stopping doing that right away. And you will see next week when you are looking into these things, it's already more simple. And like I said, if you have a bookkeeper doing all of this for you, I would still suggest for you to look into this. Maybe you're not doing it all the time, but just do it once a month or something like that. Look into the things. Actually try to fill in the stuff. You're going to be amazed how much you can learn. And then even ask your bookkeeper to do these things. I know they are doing it, but do the exercise, do the debrief. And then know your numbers. On a monthly basis, know your exact numbers. In the tool, I showed you how to do this. So you will know your exact numbers. And if you have a bookkeeper in your team or you're paying a bookkeeper, that's even more important. Then ask them to do a monthly P&L for you. If you don't do it already now, ask them and set a date. Say maybe by the day number 10 in the new month, I want my P&L. I want to understand how my numbers are looking. You really want to be in control of your money management system. So use the tracking or what works for you and make sure you know your numbers. So this was a long one. It's very powerful. And like I said in the beginning, this video, it might be that you are very experienced. It might be that you're very good in control with your money. Might be that if you could just take one or two things from here that could save you and have a huge impact on your future finances, I'm happy. And then in the other range or end of this, it could be that you have no control at all, and this is just a video that can help you to get in control. Maybe your mind will scream doing these things. Maybe your mind will scream doing the tool, doing the exercises, as I mentioned it, as we did it. But please do it. Please do it. Get yourself out of the comfort zone and do the work. It will have a huge impact on you. So your action items from this video: decide and schedule your money management routine. Exactly how long and when will you do your money tracking, and then put it into your calendar. Do that right now. If you didn't do it before, do it right now. And we went through your money belief exercise. What are your programming, your beliefs around money, and then reprogram yourself. You should have done that right now. If you didn't, please do it right now. And then KISS money management practices. We went through that, and there's downloadables for you. If you didn't do it, print them out and do all the exercises from this video. Do the checklist and do what needs to be done. Money affirmations. Well, from your money belief exercise, you should have been putting in your money affirmations. You should have put in, from my money affirmations, also the example I gave you, what exactly you want them to be, and then put it in your daily mindset routine. And we're going to put routine as only one word here. Cool. Good. And then we had the exercise with going out and giving money away. Do that too. That was under the money belief exercise. And I got a quote for you. This is also downloadable and you can print it out, and I want you to do that. Either you control money, or at some level money controls you. You decide. So that's it for this video. It's been a long one. And if you got questions, as always, you can put them in the Facebook group or bring them up on the Q&A calls. I know for someone, I'm just saying it again, this can be very tough work. The mindset can be, or sitting down and using the tools can be, but do it. Do the work. It will have a great big impact on your finance in the future. So Michael Plusik, and that's it for this video. I'm out for now.